Who is it? Who is it? Ah,
Rio
already. Uh,
or
ini siapa nih? Rista, Rista.
Mr. Hasbi.
Okay.
Okay.
Rista.
Okay.
Okay, for group 6, time is yours to present your discussion result.
Okay, Mr. Hasbi, can you raise hand? Mr. Faki, and you please raise hand too. And Mr. Wahyu, please lower hand. Okay, thank you. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to my podcast channel. And with me, Rio, and you can speak up with Rio. And for this time, absolutely, I am not alone, and I have my friends, and there are 4 friends in this podcast. So let us introduce them. First, please say hi for Miss Rista. Please say hi.
Hello. Good afternoon.
How are you, Miss Rista?
I'm good, thank you, Mas Rio.
Okay, thank you. And the second, please say hi, Mr. Setiadi. Hello, Mr. Setiadi.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon.
Hello. Good afternoon too. How are you today?
I'm fine, thanks.
Okay, good. Okay, the third, please say hi, Mr. Syahid Al-Faqih. Good afternoon, Mr. Syahid.
Hello, Mr. Rio. Good afternoon for everyone. Enjoy the podcast.
Yes, absolutely right. Okay, the last, Mr. Hasbi. How are you today? Please say hi. Mr. Hasbi.
Where is Mr. Hasbi?
Hello, Mr. Hasbi. Can you hear my voice? Please say hi.
Maybe he quite difficult to unmute. But actually he already unmute.
Yes, of course. Mr. Hasbi, can say hi for our listener. Okay, maybe the next session. Trouble. Okay, there's something trouble from Mr. Hasbi. Okay, at this time, we want to talk about open office. Okay, let's talk about open office from my friend's opinion. Okay, the first, may I know what is opinion about open office from Miss Rista? Miss Rista, can you explain what is the open office about you?
Okay, thank you, Mas Rio, for the opportunity. Now I will explain or give opinion about the open office. My opinion about open office is kind of software to process data. So the software can make word processing, can make a spreadsheet, can make slide presentation. Actually, all the function is similar like Microsoft Office, but we can use open office as free when we have to buy license when we use Microsoft Office. But unfortunately, we sometimes not familiar using the open office, especially in government. They often use Microsoft Office as free instead of buy the license. So we can say the benefit of open office is it is free, and the weakness is we are not familiar in using them. I think that's all my opinion, Mas Rio. I will give back to you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Miss Rista. And the second, I will ask about open office from Mr. Shahid. How about you, Mr. Shahid? What is the open office about you?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Rio. When I hear about open office, I think open office is a public relation because public relation is a organization with public interaction. Yes, public interaction that is make public opinion and public participation. Public
Okay.
relation
Oh.
process or good plan to make good communication between organization with other out of organization. That a process has a purpose to another benefit to goodwill, understanding, and trust in each other for build the public image. That is Mr. Rio. Back to you.
Okay. May I ask for you? Can you give us explain example, some example from the public relation that you tell to us? Can you give some example from us for us?
The example in at my office, ya, humas dari Lapas Perempuan Martapura, hubungan masyarakat dari Lapas Perempuan Martapura. Di mana kita menjalin hubungan dengan masyarakat dengan mengkomunikasikan all of information about my organization is Lapas Perempuan Martapura to public, to ya kepada masyarakat yang lebih luas. That is my Mr. Rio.
All right, thank you, Mr. Shahir. Okay, before we goes to Mr. Setiadi, I think open office, in my opinion, that it's similarly like a virtual office. Maybe I don't know it's true or false, but I think it is similarly like a virtual office. The office hasn't a permanent office, but they can they can rent any place while they want to meet or make a decision for client. And then open office, I think open office, we can see our work, our procedure, and our activity in internet. So the customer or the people can see what is the function and then what the activity from the office from the social media or internet. I think that's all. How about Mr. Setiadi? How about the definition about open office?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Rio. In my opinion, open office is a service that can get anywhere and anytime. For the example, a student who needs mentoring to write a thesis can be done online with his lecture, not only face-to-face and not limited by place. Another example, to find out the period of confinement for prisoners, their families can find out by scanning barcodes found on social media, website, or at the front of the office. So you don't have to come to the office and meet the officer, and it can be done anywhere. Okay, it's from me. I give back to moderator. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Setiadi, for your explanation. I think it's similarly like my opinion, yeah, like it can use anywhere, anytime, and anywhere. And then the last, how about for you, Mr. Hasbi? Can you explain to us what is your opinion about open office?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Hasbi. How are you today? Before your answer my question.
I'm fine. I answer his question. From the result of the group, oh, the office literally has no role. From the result of the group discussion, I can conclude that the open office can decide to work in a relaxed and unlimited office with a room, which will make employees comfortable at work. For example, work while eating and drinking coffee in the cafe. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Hasbi, for your explanation. Um, okay, I think that's all from our podcast. And what about the open office? And we can conclusion about open office is, can next the slide, Mr. Hasbi? Okay, from our talk about open office, there are many perception from us to give definition or description from open office. Maybe the conclusion is open office can be a software, a service, a place, and a value of for a human. It's merely like for service the public or service the customer from the open office. Okay, that's all from our podcast. Thank you for your listen. See you for next time. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you, Mr. Rio.
Thank
Don't
you,
forget
Mas
the
Rio.
homework.
If